How are things with the family? Do you have a new addition to announce?
Tomorrow, we're expecting to have our son tomorrow. So
Uh,
it could come here at any point, but tomorrow, we're scheduled tomorrow morning. So just crazy times. We're very excited and very thankful.
well, best of luck with with all that. We're glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
First, let's talk about the game Saturday. Obviously, disappointing with 31-17 loss to Rhode Island. I talked to Coach Fleming earlier about it, but 2 hour, 45-minute rain delay and then a weather delay, and then you guys deal with the rain. How difficult is a coach to deal with that?
Yeah, it's different, but I mean, we both had to deal with it. I think we were both, in the same circumstances and keeping the guys focused. We came out hot. I thought we came out in the right mindset to start the game going up 10-0, but just didn't sustain. But it was a great job by everybody here at Stony Brook, our administration, facilities, etc. They did a nice job of really accompanying both teams. You know what I mean? So I was very appreciative of that. Hopefully, Coach Fleming was as well. He's a great guy. So but we found a way to get the game started. So that's all that matters.
You guys got off to a great start, take advantage of that special teams turnover and go up 10-0 in the first quarter. How big was that play? And did you feel like you had some good momentum at that point?
We did. No, we definitely did. We were moving the ball well. We had that first drive, our second drive, where we both put the ball down the 4 to 5 yard line. We sputtered and kicked the field goal. We got to put a touchdown in there. We didn't do that. Great job by Rhode Island. Then get the kickoff. Aiden Kaler makes a great play on the ball, knocking the ball loose. Ray makes a great job recovering. Then we go score, which is excellent. And then we just got to keep the momentum. We got to keep the momentum. We really kind of turned the game with the pick six, went through the receiver's hands, and they made a great play and scored. And then I think really after that, we kind of sputtered a little bit on offense and defense. We gave up 17 unanswered points in the second quarter, which is inexcusable. They threw the ball on us really well, made a lot of plays down the field. We got to cover better, rush better, play better defense. And then our defense played really well in the second half. They settled in. And offensively, we moved the ball really well all day. We just didn't score in the red zone. There were some critical errors by coaches and players alike in the red zone where, it's a false start. We had a holding call that was called back for a touchdown. Things like that. We got to find ways to put the ball in the end zone. And I was proud of our effort. I was proud of how hard we played, but we got to win those tight games. And credit Rhode Island, they did. They did a nice job, but we got to respond this week.
A big night from your All-American running back, Roland Dempster. You gave it to him 28 times, 167 yards, and touchdown. That's a pretty good Rhode Island defense that he went up against. Talk about the night that he had.
Played outstanding. He plays so hard, ran through tackles, arm tackles, was physical, caught the ball in the backfield too. Almost had 40 yards receiving, I believe, as well. So he was definitely a weapon for us on Saturday. Chris Zellis obviously helped too in the run game, kind of taking a little pressure off him in the run game. So that was good to see. He had an early fumble, but he recovered and played well the whole game and kept us in. He runs so hard and runs so physical. And our O-line did a nice job of opening some holes. Our tight ends, our receivers down the field blocking. So it's a great group effort, but really proud of Roland. He's got to continue to improve and get better.
I was going to ask you about the quarterbacks. You used Chris and Casey Case at San Diego State. Chris was the guy, and as you said, you took advantage of his ability as a runner. What do you like about what he's able to bring to your offense along those lines?
It was nice. You have two guys that carry the ball in the backfield, and with the rain, wish we could throw the ball a bit more. Obviously, Farrell had a great game throwing, but we probably going to need to throw the ball a little bit more moving forward. But did a nice job. Did a really nice job, man. Just even the pick, went through the guy's hands. He played well. He played tough. He ran physical. He fell forward. And played pretty good. He can always improve. I was good to see week 1 to week 2 improvement of quarterback play. You got to continue to improve that position and look forward to this week, see what he does this week against a really good Fordham defense.
Defensively, as you said, outside of the second quarter, it was a pretty good night. You certainly played better in the second half. What were the adjustments that you made to try to slow them down a little bit? Obviously, a talented quarterback in Farrell.
Yeah, just our coverages in general, pass coverage. They had some shots on us. I think the receivers did a really good job of separating down the field. We had some one-on-one opportunities where we didn't make plays, and they did. And we found ways to affect the quarterback a little bit more, which was good. And we just played, really to our standard. We didn't. I think in the first half, some of those deep balls, we're out of position, and we're not in the right technique or the right fundamentals and the right leverage. If we start with that, you got a chance to play defense, even with those receivers that they have. So definitely settled in, made good adjustments. I think the guys settled in. as a staff and players, they responded, which was good to see. But we got to continue to play a 4-quarter game. That second quarter was inexcusable.
Chase Chalmers, career high 10 tackles, led you on defense. Maybe just some words on the night that he was able to have.
Yeah, Chase was all over the field like always, running the ball, effort plays, making tackles. Aiden Kaler had a nice game as well at linebacker. He was physical, but both those guys were outstanding. Chase has been a consistent player for us here since I've been here, as a leader for us, does a lot of things for us in the pass game, but also in the run game, making plays on the ball. So really proud of Chase. Got to continue to get better, but had a great night there Saturday night.
Look ahead to Saturday, Fordham, New York City team. They are coming off 49-28 loss to Monmouth last Saturday. As you've started to prepare for Fordham, what are some of the challenges they present to you?
Really good team. I've always respected what they've done. They got a good quarterback. He's a tough player, run pass player, can throw it, can run. He's physical, big kid. He's a really talented player. Their O-line is better. They do a really good job of pass protecting and run blocking. They got skilled guys that can run. Defensively, they're stout. They're really stout. They've always been stout. Stopping the run, they're physical. They block, destruct, they tackle. Their corner's a good player, 14. He's a good cover corner. So they got a lot of good players. They're motivated like we are. Got a lot of respect for Fordham. We look forward to this challenge. Got them at home. So it's going to be a great night or great day, and it's going to be a great contest. Just a really good football team that has a lot of good quality players.
Fordham, obviously, not real far away from your campus. How much crossover is there between guys on your team and their team, and maybe a little rivalry from guys that know each other and played against each other back in high school?
Yeah, there's probably a lot of that going on. We got kids from Brooklyn, Manhattan, all over the city. You know what I mean? That probably guys from Fordham as well, looking at their rosters, probably a lot of carryover there. So even last year, we knew a lot of the guys. Guys knew each other. There's a lot of familiarity. So that's going to be neat for sure. That's definitely neat for sure. And look forward to that challenge here Saturday.
I know you feel good about the football team that you have, but you're sitting 0-2. What's been the message to your guys as you get ready for this week to try to get things turned around and going in the right direction?
Yeah, absolutely. You just got to stay true to the process. We played two tough teams. We didn't play to our standard last week. And when you play against the number 8, 9 team in the country, you got to do those things. You got to play almost perfect, and we didn't do that. So we're going to stay true to the process of improvement. We're excited about Tuesday practice. Our guys are excited. They want to get better. They want to improve. They know we got to get better at. We addressed that on Sunday. So we look forward to tomorrow's practice and a good week of preparation and just keep going, man. You know what I mean? Just keep going. We're excited about this week and the challenge this week.
But are there one or two keys or one or two things we talked about improvements from week 1 to week 2, but are there 1-2 things that coming off last week or coming off the Rhode Island game that you would like to get better on Saturday?
Biggest one is complementary football. We got to play complementary football, offense, defense, and kicking game. If we get a stop, we get a turnover, we get a 4-down stop, we got to score. Offensive, we score, we got to hold them and make them, punt. It's just playing off each other. I feel like last game, it was kind of independent contracting going on. Offense would do something, the defense wouldn't, or vice versa. We got to play together. And that's the biggest challenge. That's in any game, especially in the CAA games as you move forward. But this game, especially with Fordham, you got to play complementary football to have a chance to win. And that's something we're going to look forward to this week.
All right, Billy, thanks so much for the time.